Welcome, fans, to RamblingWreck.com and the January installment of the MaChelle Joseph Coaches Show. I am LaChina Robinson, joined by head coach of women's basketball, MaChelle Joseph. Happy New Year, Coach. It's 2010. Your team has started the ACC season. It's a brand new year. Now, rough start in North Carolina, but a lot of great lessons and things to be proud of to take further into ACC play.
Well, I'm really pleased with the way we've started, actually. You know, I felt like we had a pretty good start to the game at North Carolina. There was a 7-minute spurt there to end the first half where they went on a 20-0 run. We weren't able to score, and anytime you're not able to score against Carolina, that's not a good thing because they get the rebound and they're scoring layups on the other end. So that was one of the things, you know, but we were able to overcome that in the second half and came out and outscored them 52-39, and I think got a lot of confidence and a lot of momentum off of that game. And we were able to come out against Clemson and really have a great start. The first 5 minutes of the game, I thought Bridget Ardossi was just huge for us, and ended up finishing the game, you know, with 19 points and 8 rebounds, and she's just had 2 very strong performances back to back in our first 2 ACC games. So I'm very pleased with the way we've started. I mean, we're 1-1 in the league, and we host Wake Forest here on Thursday night, so you know, it's a very exciting time of the year for us, especially with 2 ACC games under our belt.
Well, you've highlighted Bridget Ardossi and mentioned her. She has really been on a tear as of late. She's leading the team in scoring and in rebounding. Is this surprising to you? And as our fans are watching, is this something you expected from Bridget when she first got here from Australia?
Well, you're always pleased and excited when your seniors are having this type of year Bridget's having. I mean, the fact that when they can have their best season in their senior year, that says a lot about them, their character, and their work ethic over the course of their careers. But the thing about Bridget, we always knew she was our toughest player. She was always the player that did everything that no one else wanted to do, the things that didn't show up on the stat sheet, setting great screens, getting loose balls, you know, just bringing toughness night in and night out. And one of the things that I've been really pleased with is just her development as a player on the offensive end. She's taken more of a responsibility. She's been extremely consistent, and I think that's one of the things that we've challenged her with over the course of her career, is to be consistent on the offensive end. And that's the thing I'm the most pleased with, is in her senior year, the consistency she's shown on both ends of the floor.
Well, it's been a lot of fun to watch Bridget play, and when we interviewed her, she talked about the impact of Janie Mitchell and the alumni that had come before her. And speaking of alumni, that Clemson game was your annual alumni game, also throwback, where you honored the 1999-2000 team that went to the Elite 8 of the WNIT. How special is it to be able to honor those that have come before you and the players that are currently here in the program?
Well, one of the biggest things about growing a program is not forgetting where you came from, and always remembering those people that put in all the hours of hard work, the blood, sweat, and tears before you, to allow you to have the opportunities that we're having right now. And that team that went to the Elite 8 in the WNIT, you know, also featured one of our assistant coaches, Alex Stewart, and also Danielle Donahue, who's now assistant commissioner in the Big East Conference on the women's basketball side. So, you know, there were a lot of special players that contributed to that feat for Georgia Tech, and really moved our program forward, along with Agnes Varanato. So, you know, we were really pleased yesterday to be able to represent them and go out there and wear those uniforms, those throwback uniforms, and that's always a fun game for us, and I think our players really enjoy it, and we're really just thankful to Russell Athletic for making that possible. And, you know, they've done such a tremendous job with our program and given so much to us, and we're just pleased that we were able to go out there yesterday and represent not only our alumni but Russell Athletic and just everything that this program stands for. And over the course of the years, all the hard work that's been put in by the people that came before us, we're glad we were able to honor them and represent them in a positive way.
Talk about just having fans come out these next few games, Coach, and how important it is.
Well, for us to establish our program as a national power in women's basketball, we've got to protect our home court. How you get seeding in the NCAA tournament is how well do you do in your conference games. And a big thing for us is to protect our home court. Over the last 7 years, we feel like we've made Georgia Tech a hard place to come and play, and the fans are the most important part of that. I mean, you guys coming out and supporting us and just being there, being in the stands and showing the players that it does matter, that we are making history and that we're continuing to move this program forward.
Fans, we want you to come out to Alexander Memorial Coliseum and see the team. Now, one more thing, Coach, I do want to ask you about. You've got your Women Out Front celebration coming up, something that's very important to you and very important to the team. And this year, 2 very special honorees, and Teresa Wenzel, who's our Associate Athletic Director here at Georgia Tech, and also Kathy Betty, who was instrumental in helping the Atlanta Dream stay here in Atlanta, and a very big supporter of Georgia Georgia Tech as well.
Right. We're always excited about the Women Out Front program. You know, LaChina, you actually started that 7 years ago, and it's just been a huge success, and it's become a big part of what we do. It's not only important to the women that we honor, but also to our players to see these women who have had such successful careers and gone on to do huge things, not only in Atlanta but across the country and in their profession. And so it's just it's a huge advantage, not only for the women that get honored, but also for our players. And it's been a huge win-win for everybody involved. But one of the, Teresa Wenzel has been such an instrumental part of our program over the last 4 years. I mean, definitely when she became SWA, she really stepped up and improved our program on so many levels. And so we're, obviously it's probably past due that she's being honored, but we're excited that she's going to be a part of that on Thursday night. And then also the fact that Kathy Beatty, I mean, she has just been tremendous. I mean, the fact that she stepped up and bought the Atlanta Dream when we were about to lose our WNBA team in Atlanta just says a lot about her commitment to women and women's athletics, and she's just been such an inspiration to me. I mean, when I see her, I'm around her, I just feel so much more refreshed and remotivated, and just to watch her and how she's gone about this task of taking over the Atlanta Dream has just been incredible. And I'm really excited that we're honoring her, and she's agreed to be there on Thursday night for our Women Out Front celebration.
So fans, we will be looking forward to that event. We hope you would join us in celebrating these very special women. Now, Coach, two just miscellaneous things I do have to ask you about. Number one, the cast. Yes, I mean, we've been getting all kind of questions and what's going on with Coach, but you do have great fashion with the cast. You've got your fingernails. She's also got the cast there, which is a gold color. What's going on there?
Well, on Christmas Eve night, I had a bicycle accident and broke my finger. So I'm going to be in a cast for a couple more weeks, but the worst part's over. The first couple of days it was pretty sore and everything, but right now it's just the worst part's over, and I've had a great Felicia, our trainer's done a great job taking care of me. I know I've been high maintenance for her, but and our doctor, our hand specialist, Dr. Lowry, has just been unbelievable. So hopefully in 2 weeks I'll have this off and I'll be back being able to write better and call plays with both hands. So it's been inconvenient, but I feel like we're halfway through, so now we're on the downside.
Well, since you added the gold boots last night to go with all this gold, I think you're well on your way to recovery. Last but not least, Coach, 40th birthday coming up. Probably didn't want me to mention this so much, but we just want to say happy birthday and thank you for everything you do for Georgia Tech women's basketball and Georgia Tech athletics. So we're happy we can celebrate that with you.
I appreciate it.
Fans, we look forward to seeing you soon. Again, you can keep up with Coach Joseph on Twitter or with Georgia Tech women's basketball on realandreg.com. Also Facebook. Don't forget about Georgia Tech women's basketball there. So we will see you next time. Coach, good luck with your conference play, and we look forward to seeing you in February.